Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of us. And then, welcome to my channel. Thank you for still subscribing and supporting to my channel and continue to still watching my videos. And please click the notification bell so that you will be alerted when I post a new video, and please click like and share. And then today my guest is Arlene, who also has her own YouTube channel, and she lives in Washington State and United States. So Arlene, welcome to my channel and thank you for to grant my interview. So, can you please tell us about your family, marriage, siblings, and any other personal information you would like to share?
Right. First of all, thank you so much, Sharon, for making this happen. Thank you for having me in your channel. Yeah, I felt honored to be invited here, and hello to
Okay.
all the viewers out here. So I'm Arlene. I'm married to an American, and I've been living here in Washington State for 3 years now. We have a 2-year-old daughter, actually almost 2 year old. She's gonna be two exactly on May 8th. Yeah, this year, so that's exciting. And I am originally from Cebu, Philippines. So
Okay.
back like you, I used to work in the airport in Lapu-Lapu. So yeah, pretty much when I saw your invite and it's like sharing Lapu-Lapu. But prior to that, I also saw some of your videos already on YouTube. And I thought, yeah, why not? Why not? And then
Yeah.
have this conversation with you. So yeah, thank you so much. And what about it? I have a brother, a younger brother. My parents are still in the Philippines, and so pretty much I don't have a biological family here in the U.S. But I am so blessed with my family here by marriage, like my in-laws. They all love me, and I love them. So yeah, and I'm very grateful for my husband too. He's been very helpful in my adjustment stage, and coping up with like challenges here living. If you live in a foreign land, there's a lot of
Yes.
challenges at first, but because of the help of my husband, I was able to navigate this new life that I'm in. So yeah, thank you so much to, yeah, all of the people that I love.
Yes. If you leave to another country, you must adjust first, right?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
first and foremost, of course, the weather, the climate.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest adjustments. And then another thing is like how you're gonna live with like the people in here, because we have different cultures. And yeah, so you gotta somehow, of course, you gotta respect their culture, and at the same time, yeah, learn how to live with them, respect them, things like that. And also navigating in terms of like finding work. And because when I flew here in the US, I was on a K1 visa, so I didn't really get a job right away. I had to wait for my work permit before I get to
Mhm.
work. Yeah.
And you are originally from Cebu, Philippines. I live in Lapu-Lapu. What was your work and life like in Cebu before you moved US?
Oh, my life was very simple. I've always been a homebody. So if I'm not at work, you can always like 100% find me at home. and
Um,
and I had a lot of side hustles as well. So in the Philippines, I'm a certified public accountant. Like I said, I work in the airport as one of the accountants. So yeah, life there is, I would say, like before I started working as an accountant. Of course, it was a struggle financially because I did not grow up with from a
yes.
wealthy family, so it was a struggle. But then when I get to have my own income, I have a job, so life started to become more manageable. And so yeah, and right now I am very blessed because I am also working as an accountant here in the US.
Okay, good.
Even if I'm not yet a certified public accountant here, I am working as one. Yeah.
Okay, and what barangay are you from in Cebu?
I'm from the northern part of Cebu. But I'd like to keep it in private.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
but I'm from the northern part of Cebu.
Mhm. Okay. I have godmother who is living in North Bugo City, I think. So
Oh, yeah, we're nearby.
okay. You moved to Washington State in 2019.
Correct.
So what motivated you to start a YouTube channel after moving to US, and what is your content main goals and objectives?
Oh my gosh, that's a really good question. So, yeah, I arrived here December 2019, and then the pandemic broke sometime March 2019. And that was
Mm-hmm.
when I was waiting for my work permit. I was expecting that I'm going to receive it after 3 months from filing, which I filed sometime January. But because of the pandemic, I didn't get to have my work permit until September of 2020. So during those months that I was waiting for my work permit, because you cannot work here in the US, it's illegal if you don't have the work permit. I felt homesick because I at that time so I don't have work, right? I cannot work, so and then I'm the kind of woman that I'm used to working. At the age of
Oh,
15, I started my degree in a university, and I was already working as a working scholar in the university. So pretty much just like a yeah, I'm already working at that time. And then when I graduated, I immediately started working as well. So and then so yeah, starting from 15 years old, I have been working. And when I got here and not working, that I felt like there's a big gap or like a void in me. So that motivated me to look for something that I can do while in the US without the work permit. And the idea of doing a YouTube channel sounded kind of appealing to me, and I started investigating it. I started watching
yes.
videos, and then so at first there my channel has really no direction.
Directions.
Direction, like anything that I can come up like, oh, this is what I'm doing right now. But pretty much my idea was like showing my adventures, my discoveries here in
Mm,
Washington. But then eventually it kind of evolved to something around the topic of marrying a Filipina, because I
yes.
posted a video about like how I met my American husband, and that
Ben.
gained a lot of views. And I've been receiving comments, and there have been people asking me questions, and I sort of like, why not share my experiences? So that kind of that's how my channel evolved, or my content evolved, like from something that like no direction really, like today I'm doing mukbang videos, tomorrow I'm gonna be cleaning, or tomorrow and then it started like evolving, enhancing my channel to be somewhat having a niche. So right now I'm trying to focus on like giving what you call that, somewhat like sharing my experiences and advice, so somewhat people can learn from in terms of in this interracial relationship, and like navigating my life here, and like sharing some of the like yeah differences of life in the US and life in the Philippines, things like that.
Okay. Yeah, my channel also before doesn't grow, but after I had 1,000 subscribers before, but I had so much subscriber after Filipina P interviewed me, and then I share my life story because I told to myself, okay, nothing to lose with me if I will become true and honest about my life, and then it's my past experience. I mean, it's part of our life. So why I should share it about my life situation? So I share, and then after that, my channel or my subscriber grow more and more.
I see. So yeah, you get
Yeah.
interviewed by Filipina P. Yeah, I have seen some of her videos as well. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because
Interesting.
Arlene, I grew up also like you. I grew up in not wealthy family. I grew up in the island, and then my father was a fisherman. But they do their best for us to send school. Even we are finished secondary school, and then all the judgment from Filipino people, I already have experienced all of that. Relatives, family. Oh my God, I am overload. But I don't care. I ignore all of them. Okay.
Yeah, that's really how it should be done, really. Me too. I have my fair share of judgments as well, but yeah, the best way to deal it is to prove them wrong.
Yes, exactly. And show them that, look at me, I have a better life than yours. Because
Correct.
the more you pull down the people, the more you will not have a good life. Because the people that you want to let it down, they will have blessed. And then the people who let that other people down, they are not they don't have bless. So it's come back to them.
Exactly. That's what they said, that if you wish ill will to that person, actually, that ill will or the curse that you want, it's not going to go to that person, but instead to you. It's like they said, like if you're pointing to somebody, actually only two fingers are pointing onto them and three is actually pointing back to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay. How did you meet your husband, Paul, and what criteria or factors about him convince you to marry him?
Oh, so we met online on filipinocupid.com, and we started, he did not actually start like, hey, I really like you and
Mhm.
getting, no, it did not start like that actually. So we started as I was the one who
Mhm.
messaged him like, hi, hello, yeah, and then that kind of started, yeah, from that, like we became friends. He was not interested in me. He even joked that he almost blocked me on the dating website because of
Mm.
my crooked teeth. Because I'm not really appealing, physically.
Mm.
Yeah, and men are very visual, and but then because he find me therapeutic to communicate or to talk to. So then he started sharing me his experience on the dating website. I shared him my my frustrations as well in the dating website, that there's more scammers and there's more
Ah,
people
yes.
who are into hookups and things like that. And I hated it because I was there so for real deal, like for seriousness, like
Yes.
and then most of the people there were just there for playing, and I didn't like that. And good thing when I came to know him, he was actually also there for really see for real deal.
Serious.
Yeah, serious. So yeah, and why I s- why I decided to marry him is because we share the same values, and he's also a man who has goals. So it kind of aligned, like our priorities, goals, and how we wanna what you call this move forward with our life. And also what I really like about him as well is that every day that I spend with him is I'm growing. I am growing in the sense of I learned a lot. I learned something new every day from him. So that's what I really like about him. Like when I was talking to him, it's very interesting because there's a lot of stuff that when he mentioned that to me, I had to Google it because I don't know.
Mm.
Because us
Yes.
in the Philippines, we're very simple people, and there are certain
Yes.
concepts and things that we don't know about. When and other people are like Americans or people from other countries, that's like, hey, that's like normal, but then to us it's
Yeah.
just nothing. So I like that because I like to be with somebody where I can see myself growing. So yeah, that's what I saw from him, and we kind of aligned in our priorities. So yeah, and of course pretty much is like praying as well. And yeah, telling God that, yeah, just telling everything to God. And because at first, of course, what this is, I've been sharing this in my videos, that when he showed interest, I mean, after several weeks, I mean, after 2 weeks of like constant communication as friends,
Communication.
he started showing interest with me. And then when he expressed that he want to pursue me, things like that, he started by emptying the skeletons in the closet, like things that he
Ah.
felt that I should know right off the bat. He told me, and then I basically asked like one day to process it, like if I can somewhat accept it, because there are some certain aspects of our culture that
Yes.
just clash, you know. And it's a matter of like assessing, like say for example guns, like he mentioned about guns, things like that, because in the US it's common, but to us in America it's like, so this is just an example. This is not one of his like skeletons of the closet, but it's just an
Mm,
example, like guns, because in us Filipinos in a normal household, gun is like a taboo. Like we don't even talk
severus.
about it, or we're scared. We're scared
Yes.
with guns. Like I even have a friend who even said, because uh, before there was a policeman who was trying to show interest with me, and I have another friend who was like, you know what, don't marry a policeman because he has guns. Isn't it? But you know what, like in the US it's normal, it's normal. So
Mm,
things like that, that you have to process first. And of course I pray to God that if it's something that I can accept, or say, yeah, in the skeletons in the closet that he shared to me, if it's something that I can, yeah, if I can accept. And then what's amazing was like the following day, my heart was just so light. And then I took it as a sign of, okay, let's give it a try. I So that's when we started like really getting to know each other deeply.
okay. And you know, Arlene, when I was younger before, there was also a policeman want to have my attention, but I said no because policeman is a playboy. Because even they have a wife already, but they tell to another woman that they are single. So it seems like they are a bath. Even they eat something, but they said nothing. I don't have wife or something. So that's my opinion of the policeman. And then I don't like them also because sometimes they are so very violent.
Oh.
Yeah. And then don't say everyone, I want to say this again, that Filipino women are pretty. Like what they said, Arlene, basta mga Cebuana, mga
Guapa.
guwapa.
Yeah. Actually, I have seen a comment, like in one of the videos I saw on YouTube, and in the comment section somebody said, why is it that most of the farmers they're going for this women from Cebu?
Yes,
Because
because basta mga Cebuana, mga guwapa. So it means woman from Cebu are pretty.
hello, I think I lost you.
Hello. Hello. Okay, do you hear me?
Yeah, I think I lost you for a bit.
Yeah, I think my connection. I don't understand because even I change my internet provider, I still have problem again. I don't understand. And you know that here at home I have two Wi-Fi company connection.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can totally relate, because like when I was also on a
In
long
Cebu.
distance relationship before with my husband, that was the struggle actually.
Yeah, okay.
Connection.
Okay. Your motto is may you have an abundant life and don't forget to live. Don't just access. Please explain the meaning or message you want this motto to express.
Oh, yeah, because sometimes us we are caught up in the rat race, you know, like our daily grind, that
Yes.
we tend to forget what we really want, what our
Want.
passions are. So I basically wanna like tell or remind my viewers that yes, it's good, like to do what you do so that you can
Yes.
make ends meet, but also remember to live. Don't just exist. Live your dreams, live your yeah, do your passion in life, and yeah, make yourself worthwhile, like, well, because we don't live for forever, right? So
Yes.
while we still exist, we should live.
Yeah, enjoy the life because
Yes.
life is too short.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. You did a great video on what to expect when you marry a Filipina. Please give us a quick summary of what to expect and any advice associated with the summary.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I've been getting a lot of course, hate comments as well
Of
on
course.
that video, of
Yeah.
course. And but I was just telling them because pretty much like the majority, because as you know, we really have a big heart for our parents. So basically, if somebody is entertaining the idea of marrying a Filipina, they should be aware of the fact that Filipinas really want to give back to our family, because it's like most of the Filipinas, we want that if we live a good life, somehow we, like, if we just a simple of like, if we are eating good food, we want as well our parents to be eating good food. Like, we can't
Yes.
somehow like swallow our good food and knowing that our parents don't have, even if they're saying but
Mm,
it was their fault because they're not doing anything to be able to eat the kind of food that you want them to eat, things like that. But yeah, but it doesn't mean but of course Filipinas, because we know we are being stereotyped as somebody, as gold diggers or just after for money. Most of the Filipinas actually like bring up this topic already to like their partners, and I think most of I know there are some, but I think most of the Filipinas don't expect their partners to pay or to give money to their parents. It's the
yes.
Filipina that's really working and sharing a
Mm,
portion of their money to give back to the
the
parents.
parents.
Yes. So that's one. And then another thing of like what to expect is that because we are just a gentle soul, I would say, Filipinas. Like
Yeah,
even the
exactly.
yeah, even the slightest like raise of voice and like certain words that hurt us right away. Like yeah, before when I got here in the US, that was like one of my adjustments as well, is like to be able to like because some, I don't know with you Sharon, but me, if somebody is yelling or like raising their voice at me, I it has a negative connotation on me, because when I was younger, the moment my parents raised their voice on me, it's that means something is wrong or you did something wrong. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
that's why when I
yeah,
if my husband
exactly.
raised his voice or has a loud voice, so I was like, what did I do? Or something like that. But then, like, eventually, of course, I opened it up to my husband, and my husband explained that that's just his tendency. Eventually, over time, I'm no longer as scared as I was, or what you call that? Yeah, afraid or scared
So,
when he raises his voice. But yeah, that was just an adjustment. Another thing, is of course homesickness. That's
yes.
if you take your Filipina to your home, I mean,
Yeah.
to the foreigners, if they take their Filipina to their home country, that's something as well that they need to be yeah, prepared that their Filipina is gonna go through homesickness. And of course the love of Filipinas for our food, Filipino food, that they might not like it.
Yeah, dried fish.
Yeah, things like that. And also, of course, they said that Filipina tampo, and they don't really like
Yes.
tampo or sulking. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Okay. I would like to say thank you, Paul Simpkins, for the super sticker. And Mom, it's okay.
Or
Arlene, we are the same because we are. It's like there are some Filipina women are sensitive. Even me, if when my husband was here, last 20 during our marriage, and then if his voice was too loud, I was, oh my god, I didn't say anything. I just keep silence because I know that, oh, I think he is got angry on me, and then did I something wrong? So I just keep it silence, because, and then if ever we cannot keep it anymore, we just only cry, right?
Yeah, because I get you, Sharon, because you know what? We Filipinas, we have the desire to always please our
Mm,
husband. So
yes.
when they did something like raising your sister, it's kind of like, what did I do? Like, what did I do to make him angry, something like that.
Yes, we are the same. Okay. Please give us your advice on how to keep a long distance relationship strong, and the pros and cons of an LDR.
Oh, yeah, I actually have I just published or released a new video about this. So to all of you who are here, you might wanna also check that video on my channel.
Video.
But in a summary, I would say for a long distance relationship to really work is constant communication. Like really, it's like constant communication because you can't see each other personally, right? So you need to make sure that you at least you get to spend each other like most of the time together virtually. And then of course use that time to discuss important things in your
Things.
relationship. Yes, that's the key thing. Like use that time to get to know each other, your goals, your values, preferences, things like that. Everything you need to discuss about like your, yeah, like I said, goals as a couple, where you're gonna um take your relationship. And then yeah, all the meaty stuff, not just the lovey-dovey stuff. Yeah. And then
Yes.
pros and cons. Because my husband was my first and last, my first boyfriend and my last boyfriend, so I didn't really have a relationship to compare it with too. So I would say the only, now the hindsight, I would say that the con really is just the bad signal, is the our internet
Yes.
in the Philippines. That's pretty much it, really. That's pretty much it. Because there were a lot of times that you have to find a spot like like you're inside your room but you can't really communicate because it's so, like the internet was just so erratic, so you have to go outside and find a signal. And then so yeah, that was, I would say, the struggle when you are in an LDR. my daughter is my daughter woke up. Let me call her daddy. So
Okay.
and but yeah, thank you, Sharon, for this interview.
Thank you also for having me and my channel.
All right, I'm calling my husband to get her. Look at her. She wants to join the conversation. Oh, you want to join the conversation? What? Lang, Snow is awake. What? All right. My husband is coming to get my baby. Lang, go to
Okay,
daddy.
yes, everyone. Internet connection here in the Philippines is very horrible, not stable.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I send message to them that I pay very quickly on the bill that you send, but I don't have any good connection so far. But they don't care of that. As long as they send you your bill, they doesn't care if you use your internet connection very well. As long as they have their bill and then you paid it, it's okay to them. They
Yes.
don't think about you anymore.
Yeah, that's really the bad side about our telecommunications in the Philippines. But they're gonna be a competitor now, which is Starlink. I've heard stories that Starlink is gonna open cell sites or what in the
Mm.
Philippines. It'll be available in the Philippines pretty soon. So they better, yeah, they better up their game, or else all of the people in the Philippines will switch to Starlink.
Darling, I hope. And I hope also that their connection will better.
Yes.
Okay. Paul said he married you or a Filipina because Western women are trashy. They initiative 89% of all divorce. You are not a gold digger. It's mutually beneficial. You traditional because your salary matches its and transactional. And he wanted kids. Any comments to viewers on his answer to your question to him and his response?
Oh, yeah. So the reason, I don't know if you've seen videos of there's modern women. Actually, they've been pushing Western men to look for women outside Western countries is because of
Yes.
this modern women and their trashy attitude. And because they're no longer traditional, like they I've seen videos
Yes.
that they wanted their men to have a job, and but then they themselves, they just want to sit around and look pretty, like there's really nothing. Like if they you will ask them, so what are you gonna bring to the table, and they will answer you, what do you mean I'm the table? It was like, but but then like there's actually stories of like there's some of these modern women that they don't work, and they also expect their men who has been out all day working to also do the chores, when they
Yes.
get home. And the men just, and they just had it like, we're done, like, I mean, like, we can always look for a bride who will respect us, because
Yes.
men, that's what they really want, is respect. Men wants to be respected, and women should be loved so, but that it's in the other way. That's this modern women is, you want to respect us, and
Yes.
and then so that's pretty much. And there's a movement called MGTOW. And I know we probably heard there's also another branch which is now called Passport Bro.
Yes.
Yeah. And with regards to my husband saying that our relationship is what you call this, is equal, like transactional. It's because, like, yes, I'm earning. He kind of addressed the comment of the people that I'm a gold digger, like I'm just after for his money. That's not really the case, because I'm also a six-figure income earner, as
Hmm.
so as my husband. So so that's not really the case for us. And another thing is, both of us, we wanted to have a family, we wanted to have kids. And yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
another thing as well, Sharon, is that this modern women here, this feminists, is like they don't want kids. And of course, men, they
Mm,
want their progeny, they want their heirs or successor, and they want to have kids, yeah, right?
yes. And Filipino woman wants kids
And
because
we're
we like
very nurturing
kids.
as a mother.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And Arlene, you know that I think it's in the mindset of Western woman about what they saying a gold digger to a Filipino woman, because I experienced also that when I was in the Belgian embassy with my husband for to ask a legal capacity, I mean his legal capacity. But the interviewer there told to me, I know all Filipino women just married only the money of the foreign man. And then my ex-husband said, not all. Don't say not all the Filipino women are the same. They are not the same. And then after she asked me also, do you have job? And then I said, no, I don't have. And then you know what she said to me? Because at the time I was stopping work because I've been working in MEPSA before. Yeah, and then I was stopped, yeah, because they kick out some employees. So I said and then what she told to me is, you are 32 years old but you doesn't have job. But I said, yeah, I have part-time job which is making a manicure and pedicure to people. Yeah, and then that my husband answered to him is on our country there are quite a lot of 32 years old didn't have a job also. Don't judge for the Filipino woman.
Oh, yeah,
Yes. Mm.
absolutely. Yeah. But yes, Sharon, we're actually labeled as, like, yeah, gold diggers, because
Mm.
we can also blame them, because there are some Filipinas who tarnished
Yeah,
our,
exactly.
yes, our record, and that's their fault. And now I mean, all of us are labeled, but I just don't care. I don't
Ah,
care because yeah, I know who I am, and I'm not. Yeah, I know I am, and those people are giving these comments. They don't know me. I don't know them. I don't respect their opinion because they're not important to me. So
yes.
yeah, it
And
would be
and
a
the more
different, huh?
okay, okay.
It would be a
And are you
different thing
mm,
if somebody is giving me a comment. It would be a different impact on me if that person is close to me or I value that person. So I value that person's opinion, and that's the time that I'm gonna assess like if that person's opinion is true, or if there's something that I have to change about myself, things like that. But if it's coming to somebody who is a complete stranger, and I'm like, talk to my hand. It's like,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, and the more they bash us or hate us, the more we grow up.
Yes.
So hello to bashers and haters.
Yeah, we're like keep it coming because somewhat it's the algorithm will like it.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Please discuss briefly the 10 things a Filipina should know before moving to US and what you admire and don't like about the list.
Okay, 10 things that the Filipinas should know before going to the US.
Move to
Number
US.
one is if you're moving to the US on a K1 visa, you
Mhm.
need to keep in mind that you can't work before you get your work permit. And
Okay.
that process can be long, which what happened to
Mm,
mine, which like in it used to be was 3 months, but then because of the pandemic it became 9 months, so just keep in mind about that. So yeah, check your like expectations or your goals to align in that
mm,
that waiting period. Another thing is that if you would be living in a countryside, I highly suggest that you learn how to drive before
mm,
going to the US, because once you live in the countryside, um bus transportation is not really viable, I would say,
mm.
because the bus stations, it will, I mean, you if you yes, you can walk, but if what if it's like during winter time, it's so cold. And another,
Yes.
yes, and another thing as well is that my husband actually do not really want me to be walking alone. So if when you get here in the US, you will, the only most of the people that you will see in the street walking are the homeless ones.
And
Yeah,
okay.
so if you really wanna like get your adjustment period shorter when you move to the US, it's better if you know how to drive. And the best way would be learning how to drive there in the US, so that, I mean, in the Philippines, so that when you get here in the US, your learning period is, I mean, it will be shorter. Yes,
Ah, okay.
it's very different driving, because like here in the US there will be more cars, especially if you're going to freeways, there will be higher speed. But
Yes.
yeah, so but then with myself, I really push myself to learn how to drive, because in my mind at that time, I cannot work if I don't know how to drive, or I can't
Right.
get the job that I really want if I don't know how to drive. Because back then, the idea of working from home was foreign. It was not the common. But because of the pandemic, yeah, that's one thing to be thankful for.
Yes.
The pandemic is the ability to work from home, because companies started embracing working from home setup. So that's one. But prior to that, when work from home was not really a thing, my mind was, I really need to learn how to drive so I can work the job that I really want to work, because I don't want to settle just because I don't know how to drive. So yeah, I really push myself to drive. And what else you really want 10, no? I only given you two. And then number three, of course, is the climate. And there
Mm.
um in Washington, pretty much 80% of the year is cold, or 75% of the year is cold,
Ah,
and 25% during summer. It's really nice for us Filipinos. who will be living here, because it's pretty much like Philippines. Like in fact, for Americans, they're gonna be like, "Oh, brace yourself for the heat wave," and the
Yes,
Filipino
that's
is like, "Heat wave? This is you know." Yeah, but yeah, that's another thing as well that like to keep in mind is the climate, because sometimes like especially when you're gonna be working outside your home, it takes a lot of courage to get out of your
Mm,
comfortable climate controlled house, to go to
yes.
your car and wait for it to start up so that it'll heat up and you'll not be cold. And then, but lucky for me, I'm very blessed now. I'm working from home, and I've been working from home for how many months now? I would say 13 months now. I've been working from
Ah,
home.
okay.
Oh no, 15. 13 months to be exact. Yeah, I'm 30. Yeah, I've been working from home 13 months now. So lucky for me, I don't have to like go out. But prior to that, Sharon, oh my gosh, there were days like before I was still pregnant and I had to work, like report to an
Mm.
office. It's like, oh my gosh, how I wish I can just stay home. Because like, yeah, because like it's so cold. Our car is not an automatic, like I mean we didn't have the remote start for our car.
Mm.
And before, we don't have a garage because we were living in an apartment complex. So our car is parked outside, and guess what, Sharon?
Outside.
Sometimes your car is covered in snow, or sometimes it's covered in
Snow,
frost.
yeah.
So it'll take some time to heat up your car before you can like actually use it.
Live.
And
Mm.
yeah, that's that. Another adjustment is, of course, the people here, the language. Yes, the language.
Mm.
Like you need to be able to like really converse. I know it's not that hard for Filipinos because we know how to speak the language, but sometimes,
English.
yeah, English language. I mean, but sometimes because there's different accents and the manner of
Yes.
speaking and like how they speak. Sometimes like you can catch it like, and then there's also some slang, and also there's this like they will say something in reference to a movie that you didn't watch, so you will not get the joke. Like you can tell that they're already joking because you don't have the concept. So those were the struggles, really. And I'm very grateful for my husband to introducing me to pop culture, so that if I will be conversing with somebody, I'd be able to like, oh, put two and two together. His references, so I
Mm.
can now laugh to their jokes.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
yeah, because sometimes when we Filipinos, we tend to translate word by word because we don't have the context of what they really mean. So yeah, that's
Mm.
that's one thing as well. If you know like the pop culture, so you can better communicate and express yourself, and to live harmoniously with people. And another thing, probably most of the people or Filipinos know this, but Americans, they're very private kind of people. Yes,
Yes,
you
exactly.
don't see them. You don't see them like going to neighbors like just for like an idle conversation, and like for marites. No, they don't. Yes, and also, you can't really like just go and like surprise somebody in their home. Like if you wanna visit somebody, you really need to arrange it first. You need to call. Like even if it's your in-laws, like your sister-in-law or your mother-in-law, you need to call and arrange if you can visit. Unlike us in the Philippines, like, hey, oh, I think I'm bored now in my house. I'm gonna go to Sharon's house, and then you'll just knock on the door. Hi, Sharon. Hi, and then hey, hello. And there's gonna be like that. Here in the US, no, they have the choice of
Uh,
not letting you in if you will just show up and notice. It happened
mm.
actually to my husband. Like for example, he said to that person that they're gonna meet at 1, but because my husband
Okay.
left the house early, so I think he arrived like 30 minutes earlier. I mean, 30 minutes early than what they've agreed. He was not let inside the house because he was 30 minutes early.
Mm.
Isn't it crazy? But in the
It's
Philippines, yeah, those are just some of the things. And then of course the cuisine. The cuisine. I am lucky. I am very lucky, I would say, because my husband eats or loves Filipino food. Like, hello Sharon, I think I lost you, but I don't know if you can still hear me. So yeah, with the food, because like my husband, he eats Filipino food, but I have a friend who is in Louisiana. Her husband doesn't like Filipino food. So that's also something that to keep in mind, because like yeah, if your partner or if your husband doesn't want to eat the same food that you want to eat, then you have to prepare yourself that you're gonna be cooking two different kinds of meal each time, one for you and one for your husband. Hello, I think I lost you again.
Hi, oh my God. Hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Okay, I don't understand why it's my, that my internet connection is a new because I install another one, and then the old one is still working. So I don't know why I have still problems. So that's the internet here in the Philippines, not stable.
I'm sorry. But yeah, hello to our
Yes.
26 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sharon's channel.
Yes, and Arlene, that's my husband. My ex-husband told to me also that, Sharon, if ever you will come over here in Europe, the culture is different, and then when you will visit to your family or friends, you must call them first, and then bring something like wine or food, and then you have to kiss them. Hello.
You're
Hello,
breaking
hello.
up. You're breaking up. Hello?
Hello, do you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you
Yes.
now.
Okay. Yeah, hello, hello. Okay, I hear you now. Hello. Okay. And then like Bisu Bisa, that kiss on the cheeks. And then
Huh?
yeah, he told me, when you will meet my friends or relatives, you must kiss the cheek. And then just if you do it just only one time, they think that you are selfish. I said, what? And then that when he came over here and then we went to his house, the Bisu on my table. Hello. Okay. He made a kiss on the cheeks,
Both
cheeks to cheeks on my auntie's husband. But my auntie's husband okay.
was jealous. Your auntie's husband was jealous.
Hello. No, no, not jealous. My auntie's husband doesn't like it because he said no because
Ah,
he
okay.
didn't know about the
So your
culture in other
husband beso
countries.
beso or kissed both of the cheeks of your
Yes,
auntie's husband. Gotcha. And then your auntie's husband got, I mean, because used to it. That's not how we.
yes,
I see.
yes, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, and that I don't know if you.
Tell us about your.
It's okay. Go on, go on.
Okay, okay. And that my husband also was shocked because as a Filipino, when we eat together, the one dish is just only on the table, and then we take some what is on the table, and then my husband when he was eating, he was shocked because all of the people was getting the food was on the plate on the table on the center of the table, and then because he told to himself that okay, they gone already. I mean, they took it the food already, so all of that in that plate is already mine. So he
Oh,
was He was shocked, and then I said, "No, it's not all yours because we are like that. If what is the food on the table on the center, we all took it from that plate." And then he said, "Okay." So he adjusts because he didn't know about our culture.
Yeah. And yeah. And also speaking of food, Sharon, it's another thing as well. Lucky are those Filipino women if their husband or foreigner husband, Western husband would want to eat their food, because
Food.
I yeah, just like me, my husband, if I cook Filipino food, my husband loves Filipino food. There's no big deal. So yeah, I can cook Filipino food like adobo, pancit, lumpia, dumplings, whatever. But I have a friend who is in Louisiana, married to an American as well. Her husband doesn't eat Filipino food at all. That's
Oh,
why. That's why. If he wants, I mean, if she wants to eat Filipino food, she has to cook two kinds of
what
dinner.
dish?
Yeah,
Ah,
dish.
okay.
So one for her and one for her husband.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. So that's also something to think about, or like to be prepared, or
Yes.
something that a Filipina should know before like marrying the person, so that she she already know what to expect, so that she can adjust
Mm,
when when she move to, to the country of her husband.
okay. When my ex-husband, I don't have problem for him giving food because she eat different Filipino food as long as it's not dried fish and balut.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. My husband doesn't like that too, and also innards like intestine, liver. They
Mm,
don't like that.
yes.
Chicken feet, but as Filipinos, we eat
Yes.
that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
And also, Sharon, another thing is that like when you this is just what my observation after living here for 3 years. Western people, like maybe a man or woman, they always what on whatever age they are, they always want to learn, like continue learning,
Mm,
you know what I mean, like continue learning.
yes.
Like I have a father-in-law who's like 80 plus years old, and he's always reading and learning about engineering. He's not really an engineer like with a degree in engineering, but he knows how to build a plane, he knows how to repair a fridge, he knows how to repair a car, things like that, just because they are learning by themselves.
Yes.
They use the internet to learn. That's something really that Filipinos need to like learn from Americans, that or like for west yeah, from Western people to like that what you call this, desire to learn more. Like my husband always there, like on YouTube, listening to podcasts, educating themselves, like, and that's something really that I really like, because I truly believe that you are the average of the five people that you hang out with. And those
Mm,
people that you hang out with doesn't mean like real people, like people. Those could be the books that you read, the
mm,
podcasts that you listen, and of course, yeah, the people that you meet on like seem like you, and the quality of the content or the information that
mm,
you are consuming every day would determine the kind of person that you are. So yeah,
mm.
that's really something that I like about them. They learn, and also they have they're big in hobbies as well. Yes, so yes, for us Filipinos, it for us we would think that's like it's expensive kind of venture, because here
Yes.
they love into like woodworking. Oh my gosh, my husband has a lot of hobbies that to me it was foreign to me. And then when I look at some, because right now I tend to like uh convert our money, like the dollars into pesos, and I was like, wow,
Yes.
that's much for that hobby. And then my husband also encourages me to like to to find a hobby for myself and enjoy doing things like that. So and I'm just amazed, Sharon, because like I've seen people here like under all these 60s 50s, they have their hobbies like painting or crocheting.
Yes.
People in, I mean, I'm not bashing Filipinos, but most of the Filipino at that age
It,
are they're already I would say, sorry for the word, but there's already dead in the
and
intellect.
their mind.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, intellectually. That's because they don't do anything to stimulate their brain.
mm,
Yes, I mean, sorry to say, but most, and then people. I mean, of course, my parents, they're not an exemption in this case. My parents, they're very simple people. They just wanna like talk about those little things about their, I mean, going on in the town, talking about
Yes.
other people's business, and that's really not the best way to spend your time.
Mm,
The
yes.
best way to spend your time is growing yourself, learning new things, and that's what I really admire about Americans. And what else? Um, welfare. America is also a big welfare country. Something that it's not really good. It's not really good. We are not pro welfare. Yes, it's nice to help, but sometimes helping becomes enabling. So which is,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, which is not good. And yeah, and did you ask me what I hate about America? Did you ask me about something like that? What I hate about
Yeah.
America?
Mm.
Um, let me see what I hate about. I think what I hate is like how expensive to live here. That's pretty much
Yes.
it. But the life here I like because it's a what you call this? It's a land of opportunities. Like, yes, but if you have like a mediocre or like a I would say what you call that, minimum job earner, yeah, minimum wage earner. If you're minimum, it will be hard for you really because it's very expensive in America. But if you have money here, life is really good, I would say.
Yeah.
I love America. It's just that recently or nowadays it's becoming very very expensive to live here, especially from the state that I live now, which is Washington. It's very expensive here.
Yeah, and also the house if you purchase a house.
Exactly. Actually, when we were shopping for houses, I was shocked at the price, Sharon, because I was used to like in the Philippines, if you will get a $20,000 house, which is 1 million pesos in the Philippines, that's really a nice house.
Yes,
But here in
exactly.
the US, no, you can't get that house in that price. No, no, there's no way. Like
Mm,
even here in Washington, if you have like $400,000, it would still be a fixer upper,
mm,
meaning it's not really a nice house and it's not going to be in a nice neighborhood. It's very expensive, and that's because of their regulations. Like my husband and I, we've talked about it, like discussed like certain factors that, I mean, that cause the prices of the house to be that insanely expensive, is because you cannot in here, Sharon, you cannot build a
mm.
house anywhere you like because they have a
Yeah.
zoning. And then even if you own the particular land in the US, they are also governed, or like there's a rule that you can only build one house in this 4-acre lot. Can you imagine, four
Ah,
acres but you are only allowed to build one house? Because like, oh, because the zoning here is only one house per 4 acre. I
perfect.
forget
Ah,
the
okay.
technical name. In the Philippines, even if you have like 200 square meter house, you can build how many houses you want in there.
Houses.
Yeah, like, oh, I want my son to live next to me, or I want my daughter. No, and also Sharon, in their house is that, okay, you have a house, you can only, oh, in this house that you build, you can only have, this is only a single family household.
Family
If
success. Ah,
it's gonna be a multiple family, you're gonna be charged. Or, oh, this house, your septic tank is only designed for 2 people, so if you're gonna have 4 people living in there, you're also gonna be penalized.
oh my God.
Yes, there's so many rules, but of course, as they said, rules is what separate us from animals. But sometimes too much rules as well just drives the prices crazy. Yeah, insanely, very very expensive.
Yeah, that's why, Arlene, I am so disappointed to some Filipina women who are always asking money to their foreigner boyfriend, because there are some Filipino women, their mindset is all the foreigners men are rich, but they
Mm,
don't realize how hard to earn the money, how expensive in the country that they live. Because yeah, actually they are they are maybe rich when their money will come here in the Philippines, but they are earning dollars in US, but they spend also dollars. And then that's what I disappointed to some Filipina women, because they don't realize, as long as, okay, I receive a money from my foreigner boyfriend, so I'm gonna spend this, I'm gonna buy that, buy that,
Mm-hmm.
buy this, and then
Mm-hmm.
spend with their friends, hang out buying beer. But they don't realize, because they are not the person who work hard, so they don't realize how hard that the foreigner guy earned that money or work that money. And then that's also the other Filipino people mindset, that even like, especially we have neighbor, I think you realize that the experience also, that when their relatives or family members go to US and then work, so they think that their family or relatives are rich because they are living in US, but they don't know how hard how to live there, because it's expensive. But they said, no, my relatives there is and then
Mm-hmm.
especially if they ask you some help, can you I just want to ask you favor if I can borrow money. And then if you refuse, what they're gonna say to you is, no, you don't have money, and then you are living in US. So that's the mindset of other Filipino people. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I so disappointed that kind of mindset.
And yes, I totally agree with you, Sharon. And actually, I have some people that I have blocked already on Facebook, because the moment that they learn that I'm living in the US, they keep on like reaching out to me, like on, for
Yes.
example, birthdays, or like for example, holidays, for example, Christmas, and they're gonna making parinig, you know. They
Yes.
like oh, Christmas is coming. And it's like, what's gonna be your Christmas present for me? It's things like that. It's like, hey, you just suddenly remember of me now that it's Christmas because you want something, or like
Yes.
someone also is like borrowing money. And also, speaking of borrowing, Americans, they don't really, it's not in their culture to
Culture.
like to lend money. Like, even like, I've been married for 3 years now, never that my in-laws come to us for
Mm,
money. Like my sister-in-law or my parents-in-law that come to us like for borrowing money, because it's not in their culture really. And then also, that's also something that my husband also told me, that we're not really gonna, like, if for somebody from my family or friend will come to me and ask for money, we will always say no, because my husband said the moment you let somebody borrow money, the word will spread, and
yes.
everybody will come to you with all the sub stories and blah blah blah. And also, it's really not a good thing to lend money. And it's something as well to like really encourage people like Filipino to to let go of that mindset of like, it's all right if I can't afford this because I borrow money. They have to remember to just live within your means, and learn to work
Yes.
within your budget. And because the debtor is always a slave to the lender. And they
Yes.
should, yes, financial literacy is something that some of the Filipinos lack. And I
Yes.
hope one of these days or sooner they will learn how to really handle their finances efficiently.
Yes. And Arlen, there are some Filipino women who are just only lend money so that they can show to people that, look at me, I am eating in the expensive restaurant. But at the real story is they lend money so that they can show to people that they
My
are okay.
status.
Yes,
Status
exactly.
symbol, yeah. And also something also for foreigners, like Western men that dating Filipina. If she started asking you for money, I would immediately doubt that person.
Mm,
I would immediately doubt, because if it's one thing if like you're the one who like initiated it, like, hey, I want to give you money. But yeah, it's another thing if that person like initiated the conversation, like, hey, can you give me money? And also something, also, this is true story, and not shaming or, yeah, bashing Filipina, but there are some Filipinas who are using their foreigner for money, but in reality they also have their own family or like own boyfriend. Yeah, probably you've heard this story, Sharon. Like,
Oh, yes.
yeah, they're gonna go online and look for a foreigner to date and then ask money from that person, but in reality they also have a relationship with a Filipino. And yeah, so something that foreigners to be aware of.
Yeah, that's why I told to them, Arlen, that don't give so much money to your Filipino girlfriend or Filipina companion, because especially in long distance relationship, if you are an LDR, because the more you give to your Filipina girlfriend, the more they think that, oh, he is rich, so because he sent me quite a lot of money. So don't do that. Just make a test, because when I met my husband, she made a test on me, that she told yeah, he told to me that, Sharon, I don't have money, and then blah blah blah. But I told to him, no, I we money is important because we need to buy some different things, but the more important is you are living in happy life, you love to each other, and then for me, I don't want to become rich, or I become, yeah, we wish that, but I just only want to have a simple life and stay humble. If what you achieve on your life, or what goals
Mm-hmm.
that you achieve, you just stay simple and humble. And then actually, on the first, I never ask any money to my husband. It's him who offer, and then I refuse many times. Even we are got married, but when he spoke
Oh.
about money, no, I never ask any money. If he didn't speak to me about, or if he didn't ask me question, Sharon, you still have your allowance? And then I said, yeah, because he given me allowance for every 3 months, so good for 3 months. So I make it good for 4 months, because I know that it's hard to earn money in the country, and then it's expensive also. So that's why I fit the money that he given to me.
So you did not live in Europe. You just live in the
No.
Philippines. Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
So that's why. And then what Arlene said about Filipina who had boyfriend or husband and then chatting with a foreigner, it's true. You must be very careful.
Yes, that's really
Okay.
true.
Okay. Tell us about your house in US in comparison to your dwelling in the Philippines. Is there a major difference? Since most Filipino like small and simple place, do you want to show us quick view of inside your house? If it's okay, but if not, it's okay. But you can explain to us about your house, how much it costs, or
Okay,
something.
I'll share what I can share. Because we're my husband is very private and we don't wanna
Yes.
dox ourselves. So
Mm.
in terms, it's a lot different,
Oh.
Sharon. Okay, just to give you a perspective, my house in the Philippines, like like the house that I have in the Philippines where my parents live, it's smaller than my garage.
Ah.
Because like my garage here in the US is 1100 square feet, and it's vaulted ceiling garage. Like you can because we're not a first owner of this house, and
Mm.
the original owner of the house, he used to be a contractor, like
Mm.
building houses. So probably he's got a lot of tools and
Oh,
equipment and whatever. So he's got a big. We have a very huge garage. Like when I opened the garage, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so huge. And then our house here is I would say 3400 square feet,
There's
400 square feet, and on a half an acre lot. And if in the Philippines, our house is my property there is just 300 something square meters. and also it's a climate controlled house, meaning if you want it hot you can make it hot, if you want it cold you can make it,
cold
because
and mix.
we have a heat pump. In the Philippines we have air laps.
Mm.
Air laps.
Okay.
Air lapos lapos. Yeah, to our viewers, we don't have an air conditioner in the Philippines. Our house is like the air from this
I
window
love it.
pass to that window. That's why it's like air lapos lapos. Air laps. So
Okay.
So, and another major difference is, of course, we don't have a dishwasher in the Philippines. Here we
Yes.
have, yeah, we have a dishwasher, and also Sharon, they have different rooms. Like for example, here they have living room, they have a dining room, they have
You.
a great room, they have a basement, they have their master's bedroom and bedroom one, and then bedroom two. In the
Two.
Philippines, our living room is also
It's
divided
also.
into like the kitchen part. And that's our living room where we entertain. That's also where our TV
Our
is, and that's
places.
where we like somewhat our family room. And so yeah, very, yeah, that's one of, so basically American homes are large,
Large.
yeah, are large. They, I don't know, I would say Americans, they just love large things. Large houses, and yeah, they want large drinks. Like if, like when I came here and I saw
Yes.
like the drink, Sharon, I was like, what, that's your your cup is like this big, like what, that's
Yes.
your extra large. And then their serving plates are huge
Mm.
too. Like when I got her first, like no wonder they're big. No
Yes.
wonder they're big people, because their serving is like very big. And another aspect in the house that I like as well. Oh, you have a deck or a balcony. We call that in the Philippines as balcony. We have deck,
Funny.
and what else? Yeah, I've mentioned it's climate controlled, and yeah, it's nice, and with all the, appliances like fridge. Oh, speaking of fridge, in a regular American household, they don't have. I mean,
Single.
yeah, they don't have just one fridge. They
Rifts.
have multiple fridge. Yes, they have multiple fridge. Like they have a fridge like in the kitchen, and then they have another freezer probably in their
Mm.
garage, or another fridge, and they and then because in the Philippines we have sari-sari store, like if for example
Yes.
we lack something, oh, I'm just gonna go to my neighbor and buy, for example, a sachet of soy sauce.
So.
Here it's not like that, because there's no sari-sari store. They really have to store food.
Mm.
Yeah, so they have.
Okay.
So another thing also is a pantry,
Yes.
and that's another big difference as well in the Philippine household and American household. In American household, they have a like a daily use pantry, and they also have, they call it prepper pantry, and that I really
Ah.
love. Prepper pantry. In a
Okay.
prepper pantry, Sharon, is where you store your food that is good for years.
Years.
Food
Ah.
that is
Okay.
good for years. I mean, before I can't wrap my head around it, but it's something that Americans have, like
Mm.
a lot of food, because they're thinking that if something is gonna go wrong, it could be like the, weather, for example,
Yes.
or worst, the economy collapse. Then
Mm.
you're not gonna be fighting with
I
other
think
people
that's a good.
scrambling to get your food, because you have your food right in your basement, or you like in your prepper pantry. So yeah, those concept of prepping was rare to me, until, I mean, foreign to me, until I moved here in America. They're big into prepping, Sharon. Like they have guns and ammos and food that could last them days. They have batteries and whatever. Like if, for example, there's gonna be a nuclear war, they're
Are.
ready. Or that
Yes.
there are some families that they have a bug out vehicle,
Mm.
that like they're,
Yes.
like if they have to bug out, they can go right away to the mountains or
Mm.
wherever, because that bug out truck or whatever vehicle is already loaded in there with
Where did
food, blankets, all the
mm.
the necessities, so they can like evacuate instantly. Because like if you have to evacuate, you don't have like, oh, I need to grab this or I need to grab that. Sometimes when you're in a panic, you can't think of
Yeah.
the things, right? So in America, they already prepared that. Like everything is already prepared, and that's something that I really admire. Because us in the Philippines, like we only like for example, we get a storm or like a typhoon. Filipinos are going to the shelves and like no more noodles or no more, because we always have that mentality of
Yes.
like only like, di ba, manguros unya na manguros
Oh,
kung kilata na.
kunaan na. Oh,
Yeah, di ba?
lagi.
Or unya na manguros kung kilata na, because they don't want, I mean, most of the Filipinos, they don't really plan ahead and prepare. Yeah, and
Yes.
yeah, something that we should improve or learn from this first world countries to really
Yeah,
be
that's
prepared.
why. That's why, Arlen, if I don't have no more rice here, I will immediately buy one sack of rice because I told to myself, okay, I don't want to be in a long queue because most of the people, if they said, okay, there will be no more supply of rice, and then it will be the time of they will panic buying. So
Yes.
I don't want to be. No, so there will be a panic buying, and then all the people will go there if there will be no news that no, it's a shortage of this product, or there will be a strong storm will come. So it will be the time that Filipino people will go to buy some stuff. But me, I stock some canned foods and then buy a sack of rice because I thought to myself, no, because I must prepare it in advance so that no matter what happened, I don't want to be in a panic buying because panic buying is very the long queue, it's very horrible. You will be in the queue in the morning, you will finish on the afternoon.
That's right. Right.
Okay. At the end of the day, you and your husband plan on returning and retiring in the Philippines. How far off is the retirement and why make the decision so early?
Oh, we are thinking in 10 years, God willing, that we can retire in the Philippines and live the kind of life that we wanted. We don't want to like retire and like, what you call this, compromise or settle like on a lifestyle that we don't really want. So that's why we actually like right now we're already planning that if we retire at this age, how much money we should have by then, and then we kind of compute it backwards, things like that. So yeah, retiring in the Philippines is definitely in our one of our options. We're not closing our doors for retiring to other countries, because as you know, Sharon, you're in the Philippines is also getting expensive now to live in.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
And I think I've heard some expats now are leaving Philippines and like going to Mexico or Puerto Rico, because like living in the Philippines is becoming a challenge. I mean, yeah, I mean the expenses, I mean
Just-
inflation is bad as well, and especially in the pandemic, because we I mean the Philippine government had like very strict rules that the
Yeah,
expats, yeah, didn't really like, and was not really compatible to like the kind of life that they wanted. That's why they moved out of the Philippines. So yeah, but yes, Philippines was
okay, I would like to say thank you to Ray Kadosho for the super speaker and Mom Arlie. Arlene has a problem, I think, because she's gone. So we will wait on her. Hi, Sir Leon. Sorry for the live stream last time with Philippine Antique because I had so very bad connection, and then at the same time it was blackout, and then the blackout was last more than 1 hour. Okay, we are just waiting to Mom Arlene to come back. Siya, waiting for us. I don't know what happened. I am still online. I don't know what happened because actually I am still on the stream, but I lost Arlene. Wait, there is I don't know what happened. Wait, I'm gonna try to fix it. It's my phone. Eight man. Wait. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, you're back now. Okay, I
Hi.
don't know what happened.
I don't know too. Hi. We have some
Okay.
challenges, but thank you so much
Yes.
to our patient viewers out here.
What happened? Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for still staying on us. Stay tuned. Okay, ma'am. Your daughter is less than 2 years old since you work full time. If you were in the Philippines, family or nanny would care of her. Who cares of her there while you work?
You are absolutely right. That's actually one thing that's
Mm.
I mean, it would be nice to be living in the Philippines because yeah, like you said, my mom or my aunt can take care of her while I'm working. Now, because I'm working from home, I'm very blessed. I am taking care of my daughter at the same time working full time. And I'm very blessed and I'm very grateful for my company because I have a very flexible schedule. I can start whenever and I can end my day whenever as long as my deliverables are submitted on time. That they're very happy with that. So basically I can work or I can design my day, my work around
Mm.
my daughter's schedule. Sometimes I start my day at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. so that by the time around 8 a.m. when she wakes up, then I can stop working and take care of her, things like that. And also another beautiful thing about it is my husband is also working from home most of the time. So if I have like a very critical meeting that I need to attend to, and my daughter can't be in the same room where I am, then my husband is taking charge. And also, if for example my husband is not at home and I have a meeting to, to attend to, yes, before we got a daughter, we've agreed that no screen time. But because of the demand of the circumstance, and during those times that I can't attend to her because I have a meeting or work stuff, I put her in front of YouTube. Yes, screen time. But the shows are like Miss Rachel or Teacher Aya, the educational ones. But yeah, as much as possible, we don't really want her. I mean, we don't want to expose her to screens at this tender age of 2. So, but yes, Sharon, it would be nice. It would have been
Yes.
very nice if I have somebody to take care of her. But my husband and I, we agreed that I mean, we don't want to send my daughter to a daycare.
Yes.
Yes, my husband has bad experience with daycare, and we've heard,
Mm,
yeah, stories about, bad stories about daycare, and we don't want our daughter to experience that. And also, Sharon, she's not here at the school age, but we are planning as well to homeschool our daughter, so we will be
okay.
homeschooling my daughter. And I have assessed my workload, and I've discussed with my husband, and we're actually entertaining of having another baby.
Mm.
Yes. So yeah,
Yes.
right now it's just me and my husband taking care of my daughter, of our daughter.
Okay. Okay, and ma'am, before I continue, I would like to say everyone to all my subscriber that I would like to apologize. I am sorry, but if I cannot upload video every day, or yeah, because I am busy now processing the procedure of my mom's operation. It will be sooner as long as we will get, because we already done all the laboratories, and then after bring to another doctor for have to have a clearance, cardiac pulmonary clearance, for us to have a schedule for her operation, and then go to another hospital for the measuring of the lens that we need to use, and then schedule for the operation. It costs a lot, but I know that it's for the sake of my mom, so we're gonna try to find or figure out. So that's all. Okay.
Yes, yeah. I just want to insert as well, Sharon. I share the same challenge as well in terms of like, balancing my time as to like my working and my daughter. That's why also I'm not very like really consistent into uploading content on my channel,
Yes.
but I'm hoping that I will be like. I mean, the opportunities like this, like collaboration.
Mm.
That's why I said yes to this, because somehow it would ignite the flame inside me to, to release more content. So yeah, again, thank you so much.
Okay, and if ever you would like to interview me asking some question to be on your channel, and then just let me know. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would love that, and maybe you can also teach me how to use StreamYard, and yeah, we can do
Okay.
something like this in my channel. Yeah, thank
Okay.
you, thank you for offering that.
Okay. Okay, and Ron Southern, my daughter is okay. She is very courageous at school. Okay, Arlene, how did you find your job in US, and what qualification you have that resulted in your selection? Explain the selection process.
All right. So pretty much when you're looking for a job here in the US, you're gonna go to a site called Indeed.com.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
that's where I found my first job, which was also a senior accountant position. When I moved here in the US, I was already like already accepted the fact that I might not be able to work in the accounting field right away, because like, even if I'm a certified public accountant in the Philippines, I don't have the certification here in the US, and I will be competing with graduates here from universities here in the US, and native speakers, native English speakers. So the
Yes.
competition is really high. So I kind of like program myself that, Arlene, you might not be able to get the job that you really want, which is accounting. And I was already ready to start from the very bottom in the accounting field. But I'm just really lucky that I listened to my husband, because my husband like really pushed me, like, hey, do not talk to yourself like that, or like, yeah, um just try and apply for senior accountant positions, and which I did. And honestly, in my first job hunting, I would say I submitted to 40 plus openings. Imagine that,
Mm,
40 plus, and I think
yes.
there's only a few who got back to me, and there's only that got back to me, and gave me a feedback that we already found somebody, blah blah blah. But most of the time, other companies, they just ignored my application. And out of that 40 application, I received two invitations to interview. And then the first interview that I got, I mean, in the first interview they did pick me, but then the second company that gave me an interview, that's when they picked me. And then the moment that they said that I'm hired, I was already pregnant at that time. I was
Ah, okay.
almost 3 months pregnant. So the moment they said yes, we're gonna hire you, and then I immediately jump into it. I was not very picky. I didn't even like
Mm,
what you called it, negotiated for a higher pay,
mm,
because I was already happy with my pay
yes.
back then, because it was a senior accountant position. Because in my mind, if I will let go of that opportunity, I might not be able to get a job before I was really showing. Because
Showing.
my husband was saying that nobody might not be, I mean, might not be interested, nobody might be interested to hire me because I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? Because if you're pregnant, like after a
Yes.
few months, you're gonna take a leave. The good thing that that company gave me an opportunity, and then I worked there for 1 year. And then and I negotiated for 100% working from home. And because they can't give that to me, I look online again. But this time, because I already had an experience working in America, I submitted applications to 5 companies that I really like to join for senior accountant positions. And out of the 5 companies that I submitted applications, 3 of them got back to me and gave me an opportunity to interview. And then of the 3 that gave me an opportunity to review, one of them offered me the job, and I am very grateful for it, because it was above and beyond my expectation. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yes.
God is so great. God is so amazing. And because Sharon, the reason why I moved, I mean, I was looking for another opportunity, was I just wanted to work from home 100%, because I wanted to be able to raise my own daughter as well. But God gave me more. He gave me 100% working from home, and at the same time,
Time.
He gave me um, a six-figure income job. So
Yes.
yeah, I don't know what to say, but I'm just very grateful, because and at the same time, like I said earlier, my job is very flexible. As long
Mm,
as I deliver my reports, or like what is expected of me on time, my boss doesn't micromanage, which is
it's
I really love about her. And I, I I thrive in that kind of environment where the boss will just let you design your day. And yeah, I love that. I don't like to be being micromanaged. I know there are some people who loves to be micromanaged. Me, on the other hand, no, I'm the opposite. I don't like to be micromanaged. And that's something that this job that I am right now is giving me. I'm not micromanaged. I am paid good. I'm
yes.
working from home, and yeah, be able to raise my own daughter. The hiring process here, Sharon, is this is really interesting. I would say here in the US, there's no kuskus balongos in the
Ah,
US.
yes.
They're very straight to the point. Like, if for example, if they say you're hired, all you gotta do is provide them your social security number, And then that's pretty much it. Provide your social security number in the Philippines. Once you're hired, okay, you need to submit me your SSS,
Barangay.
your pag-ibig, your barangay clearance, your NBI clearance, your birth certificate, your TOR, right? In the Philippines,
Yes.
in the US, it's very straight. Like, okay, we like you, we like your credentials, we wanna have you in our team. Yeah, give me your social security number.
Okay.
And then
Here,
there's the background check.
medical record, X-ray or something that the I don't know here. It takes a long time. You hired, but you will start. You're gonna start to work after 2 months or 1 month.
Yes. Oh, and another thing as well in the US is they're not gonna be offended if you have to demand certain terms, like even if you're
Mm,
interviewing for a job. This is like really interesting. I want to share to like interviewers because remember in
mm,
my second attempt to look for a job, I applied to 5 companies, right? Three of them gave me an opportunity to interview. Those
mm.
the two companies that gave me an interview, they have series of interview, like interview after interview, but
Interview. Ah, okay.
and in different days. So it consumed a lot of my time. So in this third company that invited me for interview, I demanded that. I asked them, so what is your interview process, because would it be possible that I'm just gonna have the interview for one day? I don't
Mm,
care if it would take 3 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours, but it's in one day. And
day.
yeah, and if it's possible to have like a panel interview, I'd rather have a panel interview. And I demanded that. I told to the HR rep that that's what I wanted, and she communicated that to the management, and they made it work. They set up like a panel interview, so I don't have to like, today I'm gonna interview for this, for example, for the manager, and then tomorrow I'm gonna interview for the VP finance, and then tomorrow I'm gonna interview with the CFO, and in the following day I'm
Yes.
gonna interview with the CEO. It's like, hey, I know you're busy, but I'm busy too, so don't waste my time. So yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. In America, it's okay to demand. It's okay to be very vocal. Oh, that's also
Okay.
like something that I learned about here is like they value your opinion, and they're very okay if you express like to express what you want. In the Philippines, like we are like, I don't want to say because like she might be angry or he might, we have that reservations, right? In America, they kind of encourage that in here, like even like in like when you're already working, and if somebody is giving you or requesting something from you and you're not comfortable doing it, or because you feel, for example, it's not in
Mhm.
line with your job description or things like that, you can say it in upfront. I mean, yes, you can be straightforward. Like, hey, I'm not really comfortable or doing that. And of course, it's something that again Filipinos need to learn because we are very maikugon, di ba? Maikugon.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we're very
Shy.
maikugon. Like if we think that anyway, it's not gonna be like a super, it's not gonna be demanding a lot of my time. Yeah, I'll just do it. I'll just do it because we don't want other people to like to see you in a bad light,
Mm,
something like that. It's
yes.
very like Kugun. But here in the US is they're very yeah, you can say whatever you, how you truly feel, you can express that, and they will not take it negatively, really. That's what I noticed. Like, di nila personalon ba? Yeah, they will not take
Mm.
it personally, and then they will really listen to you.
Yeah, but here in the Philippines, if you apply a work and then you voice out or you say something, and the person who is in the highest position, they will tell to the person that why you decide that, are you the boss or are you in my possession? So that's why sometimes there is a Filipino mindset like that here.
And because of the ego too, right? And I don't I
Yes.
maybe you know this, but I think you know this already, but I just want to share that in America, we don't there's no mom sir, we call each other
Mm.
on the first name,
Ah,
first name
okay.
basis. Yeah, even if you're talking to the CEO or to the CFO in the company, you're talking like, hey Sharon, how's it going, like, oh, how are you? In the Philippines, you always say mom,
Mom,
sir.
sir.
Yes, like
Yes.
in the airport, they used to call me Miss Arlene or Mom
Yes.
Arlene. But in yes, in my first job here, that was kind of like a challenge for me, like to adjust, because I'm always used to like calling my seniors ma'am or you know, sir. But in my second job now, no, first name basis is okay with me now, and I have adjusted as well.
Okay. Your husband state your salary is almost or equal to his. Does this present any problem in terms of sharing or individuality? And how does your Filipino culture impact on this equality, if any?
Oh, that's a good question, actually,
Mm,
Sharon, because that's one of the oh yeah, one of the reasons why actually the Western men are going to countries like
countries.
Philippines, because they're looking for like traditional values.
Mhm.
Because like women here, they would demand like, "Hey, you should be earning more than me." Like they have a standard as to like income. No, it doesn't work like that for me and my husband, because even before we got married, we already decided or agreed on certain terms, like how are we going to handle our finances,
Mm,
how are we going to handle this, or what are your goals, things like that. And if I may share, my husband and I, we share bank accounts, we have one
mm,
income, we work as one, we have the same goal, we pull our income together, and then we have a budget, we work in a budget. And it is something that I encourage everybody to have, like all couple, you should have a budget, so that instead of you being surprised at the end of the month of where your money went, it'll be you
yes.
who will be telling your dollars where it should go.
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of like I'm a very traditional Filipina, Sharon. Even if I am working, or even if I'm a working mom, I still clean my house. Like, I take care of my
Mm,
daughter. I serve hot meals to my husband, which he really
your husband.
appreciates. Yeah, I clean my own house. I provide for my husband. But of course, there are some days that we're just human, that we feel that we're
Sorry.
tired, and I just communicate that to my husband that I don't feel really good today, and I don't feel like cooking from scratch. But we have food in the, like, because here at Costco there's a lot of frozen food that you just pop it in the microwave and then you got meal.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna ask him. So are you okay with that? And if we're just gonna have this, so that I don't have to spend a lot of time preparing for a meal. And my husband is very understanding. And the key to again the key there is really communication, really, with between husband and wife. And also something for Filipinas as well, to remember that even if you're earning dollars, that you're gonna suddenly change your suddenly change yourself,
Yes.
because that's a quick way to lose a husband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, yeah, and because they Filipinas need to remember that the reason why these Western men are going to Philippines, because they're already done. They're fed up with this, the modern women,
And
yeah, demands and things like that. So yeah, so for us, Sharon, there's not really a problem that I am earning as like almost the same with my husband, are actually the same with my husband because I just got my raise.
yes. You know, Arlene, you are so humble. And that's, I would like to say that to other Filipina, that if ever what kind of life or goal that you achieve, you must stay humble and stay respect or treat other people in a good way. Because, you know, Filipino woman, if they have some foreigner husband, when they come back here in the Philippines, they wear very nice clothes, and then they don't know their family or relatives. I don't care if where old country I came from, I have a new life. I don't care, you are poor, not good.
Yes, I would say um we I mean, our priorities for people, I mean, priorities vary from people to people. If you're the kind of person that you love to wear those branded items, or you'd love to wear whatever is like the top tier or whatever's in, that's good. But remember to stay true to your values. Yes, it's okay to, like, if you like to wear bags, but then don't don't be a crappy human being inside that luxurious thing. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you're wearing good, for example, nice clothes, or you're wearing expensive jewelries, or you're rolling in a very in expensive cars, that you're automatically a bad person. No. Yes, you can do that, but of course, at the same time, remember to really stick to, like, how you treat people, you know. And if you, yeah, because there's some people also share that they're good people, and they can afford good things, and they're like, oh, I don't want to buy this because I don't want people to think that I'm a bad person because I don't have. No, that's no. If you want to
Yes.
buy those good things, buy it, but at the same time, treat also other people
The
with
people.
respect. Yeah, treat other
Yes.
people with respect. Unlike, yes, but yes, I agree with you. There are some women who tasted the life of, better life from other countries, and then when they go back to our country, suddenly they forgot to eat the
Yes.
they forgot our buwan or dried
Yes.
fish, or they forgot our lives. It's like, hey, what's that? Oh, I don't eat that, or oh, I don't know, something like that. No, no.
I have that kind of friend, Arlene. You know that I had a friend of mine. She has a foreigner boyfriend, and then after she had a foreigner boyfriend, she changed her ability, the way of living. When she went back to our island, you know that she wear a high heels, wearing a handbag, and then there is somebody who follow her to put
Umbrella.
umbrella on her. Yes, and then I just, oh my god.
But then, yeah, that's fine if that will make her happy. But if the way she treats other people change, and that's the bad thing now. That's the bad thing
It's a
now.
really, it
Yeah.
was really bad because you know that she told, there was a time that she told to her boyfriend, okay, let's go back to the city now because I cannot resist the warmness here, and then
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
that yeah, I can have diarrhea here, or oh.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Yes, I don't like those kind of people too.
What is your personal opinion of living in US or in the Philippines? If you could transfer your job to Philippines, would you depart immediately or wait for your husband's retirement here?
Actually, if my company would say, Arlene, you can work in the Philippines and earn your income here, like
Mm.
your income is not gonna change. I would, like, my husband would say, yes, we will move right away to the Philippines. My husband can retire because we can live
Mm.
off of my income, and I don't mind my husband not working, and I am working, I don't mind that. And so yeah, if my company would say, Arlene, you can work in the Philippines, yeah, goodbye. We're gonna sell our house here. We're gonna move to the Philippines. My husband
Mm.
can focus on, yeah, homeschooling. He will be the one now focus on our daughter home, like, education, because my husband is very smart. He's
Mm.
very an intellectual guy, and so so yeah, Sharon, why not? But right now, if my company would say, Arlene, you can move to the Philippines, but if you're gonna be earning pesos, no, I want that.
Yes.
No, like, yeah, because I don't wanna what you call this, compromise or downgrade the lifestyle of my daughter, because I wish nothing but the best. I wish nothing but the best for my daughter. So
Yes,
so
gagawin lahat para sa anak.
yes. Yes, Sharon, because like you said, like I shared, maybe you can relate to this. We've been to that kind of life. I mean, we've experienced that life that we had nothing. And I don't want my daughter to
Yes.
experience that. That's the reason really why I struggled and really pushed through to finish my education, to be a certified public accountant, to secure the future of my daughter, to
Mm.
secure the future of my kids. So, yeah. If it's something that would downgrade the lifestyle that I wanted for my daughter, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather spend more time here in the US and earn more and save more before I like move to the Philippines. But yes, you know what? It's not really impossible now because of technology that
Yes.
I can move to the Philippines. I can move my family in the Philippines and still earning dollars.
Yes. So that's remember that everyone, that's a Filipina mother or parents that we do our best for the future of our children because of our daughter, because we don't want that our daughter or child experience what life or hard about
Hardships.
life. We don't have we don't that want that our children experience of what we have experienced before.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, please quickly discuss divorce, rape, and your opinion and thoughts on the subject since you are 31 and your husband is 44 years old. I know your daughter and future kids are priority for you.
Oh yeah, you've been really I you really watch my videos. Thank you. Yes, so divorce rape. Actually, that concept was very foreign to me until I moved
Mhm.
here in the US or until I met my husband even. Because we've discussed that even before I moved here in the US because for everybody who's not aware, divorce rape is when like some women they of course they will divorce their husband
When
and then take everything from him, like leave
yes,
nothing from him, like all like the house, his income for child support. So yeah, actually there are other women who are doing that as their job, as my husband would say, that their job because there's some women, my husband said that they would have three kids from different fathers, and all those men, those three different fathers would give them financial support, right? So that mother is just living and sitting pretty. Hello, I think I lost you again.
yes. Okay, I'm here.
Ah, okay. So yeah, so that's divorce rape. And I know there are some people who are saying that Filipinas are also doing that to their husband, but I would say the likelihood of a Filipina of doing that to their husband is very less, because
Yeah, exactly.
Filipinas, we really, family is everything to us.
Yes.
Family is everything to us. Like, we do everything in our power to keep the marriage. We do everything in our power to give a complete family to our kids. Like, there are even stories of Filipinas, like martyr Filipinas, that even they've been cheated repeatedly by their husbands. They still want to
Exactly.
keep the
Yes.
marriage. They still don't want to leave their husband because they don't want their kids to grow up without father. So yeah, I know there are some men who would say otherwise or would contradict this statement because they've met somebody a Filipina who divorce raped her husband. But I would say that's not gonna be a thing. It's not really a Filipina thing to divorce rape her husband.
Yeah, because when my husband was still alive, he told to me that he given me everything, but I said no, no, because you have a daughter, and then your daughter also have rights or and everything you have. So no, I said no. But it's depend of the Filipina woman, but mostly not all are the same.
Yes.
You have a beautiful smile, congenial personality, and great demeanor. Do you find this helpful in a day-to-day interaction and when communicating in the US? Please explain.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for those description.
Very good.
So yes, I would say that having a positive demeanor and yeah, like a friendly personality is really a plus in terms of like gaining friends or working or have a good working relationship with people, because sometimes if you are um like if you're not of an amiable personality, people would normally think that you're not approachable, and sometimes they would not like they would not initiate friendship or like conversation with you because they're scared of how you look. But if you
Yes.
are like friendly, you initiate conversation, you would tend to have more more people to like collaborate with you or to work with you. Like if yeah, like in a work scenario, it's if you're someone who is deemed to be friendly or approachable, then you can also easily to yeah, you can easily approach somebody and yeah, collaborate or do certain things and coordinate in yeah, certain aspects. Yes.
Yes. It's nice being friendly, right?
Yeah, and also according to my friends, actually, like Sharon, when somebody would leave the company in the Philippines, we always have the despedida party, like a send off party. During my send off party, most of my office mates, they really said that I will not have a problem adjusting to the life here in the U.S., or I will
Mm.
not have a problem finding friends here in the U.S. because of my personality. That's what they
Mm.
said.
Okay. Arlene, any question for me or closing comments to viewers?
Oh, questions to you. I did not really expect. Okay, why? So if why did you pick me? I mean, why did you think of collaborating with me or in a yeah?
Okay, it's because I want to hear about the perspective and opinion of Filipina who are marrying or expressing their experience to marrying a foreigner guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there are some mostly now about the passport bros. They are coming here in the Philippines for searching a traditional Filipina, and then I know that you are traditional Filipina, so I want to show them that not all the Filipino women are bad. So there are not all the Filipino women are the same, and then there are some Filipino women that are nice and still traditional. So I want to share your experience and then experience your life in the U.S. because there are some Filipino women that there are some of my subscriber, they said often that don't bring your Filipino wife to your country because the reason that there are some Filipino women who are in the country of their companion, but they are changed. And then after, when they are in their country of their companion, they divorce or they leave the companion because at the end, the real story is they use the foreigner just only for to have a visa, for to come to US or other countries. So that's why.
Oh yeah, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, and also to the viewers I hear, I would say if you are still looking for a Filipina and you are in the market now, yeah, in the dating website, spend your time like getting really yeah, getting the person really to the core. Yes,
Yes.
and then and also my advice to Western men who are looking for Filipina. I know men, you are very visual, but try to look past the beauty of the person, because there are some men, Sharon, that when they go to the online dating website, they will just look at the profile pictures of the women and it's she's not pretty, and they don't even bother to like check the profile of that woman and like really seeing if like what kind of woman she is and things like that. Because in my case, Sharon, my husband would have missed out. Sure, my husband would have missed out if he stopped at the beauty. Yeah, if he stopped at the beauty, my husband would have missed out a traditional Filipina, a clean woman, and yeah. So that's my advice for men for sure. Look past the profile picture, and then look at the profile of the women, and then to the women in the dating website, make sure to write most of the things about you in your profile,
Yes.
because when somebody is
Yes.
viewing your profile, you're not there to defend yourself or to sell yourself. It's not, it's gonna be your profile, so put something that would really describe who you are, so that would somehow give the idea to this man. Because some women, some men, their what you call this, their statement will be like, of course, Arlene, we're only looking at the picture, because most of these women, they don't even put anything on their profile. So what's our other way to know about them? So yeah, to women as well, if you're in the dating website, make sure to write yeah, to fill out your profile in the dating website. And yeah, and then once you have a Filipina, once you have a Filipina that you like, spend as much time as you can with that Filipina. Observe, and then to Filipina as well. It's both ways. Observe both partner, get to know each other, because marriage is a big commitment, and you
Yes.
don't want to be in a relationship with your eyes closed. Make sure that you know everything, you know what you're gonna get into before you're
Yes.
gonna yeah,
Jump
say
in.
yeah, yeah, you're gonna jump in. Because as I have shared in my recent video, once you're in it. And if for some reason you don't like the person that you are that you married, that's gonna be the price of your stupidity. And you just
Yes,
have to suck
exactly.
it up, because that was your choice. Because the moment you break the marriage, you're gonna commit a sin. You're an adulterer. And God doesn't like that.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
so
and the true beauty is not in the physical, it's here inside the heart.
yes, correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed
Okay.
talking to
So
you,
again, just
Sharon. Hello? I think I lost you again.
hello.
Hello. Hello.
My connection. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you again.
Hello. Okay. Okay. Are you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you.
So everyone, this is the of my interview to Arlene from Washington State. And Arlene, thank you so much. And you can interview me anytime you want and onto your channel. And I will put the link of Arlene's channel in the video description. And um, thank you so much, Arlene, for grant me my interview and to be on my channel. It's my pleasure. And just let me know when would you like to interview me, because I will be welcome anytime you want. So, and then I would like to say thank you to all the people who are watching, and thank you also for sharing your life experience, your thoughts, your opinion to answer my question, because it's a very big help to wide open the eyes and the mind to all the foreign or the Western guy who wants to have a Filipina companion or girlfriend. So that's all what Arlene said. It's true. So you must follow all of that, and then watch all her videos and subscribe to her channel, because you will learn more on that. And what she will tell on her video, it's true about Filipino woman or about Filipino attitude. So Arlene, thank you so much, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sharon. Talk to you
Okay.
soon. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.